Hey, what is up, guys? I am here today to give you another SpongeBob SquarePants review. Um, this episode was called Culture Shock, and it came out on September 11th, 1999. Huh. This episode came out on 9/11. It's kind of strange. And it's called Culture Shocks, but I think that's kind of strange though. I'm not being like, I'm not trying to put that memory back. It's just this like it came out the exact date of 9/11. That is just weird. Wait, is it the exact? No, it was 2001. It was 2001. Sorry, one time. But this episode was okay. It wasn't the greatest episode, but I'm just gonna go down this what goes on. So they're at the Krusty Krab, SpongeBob, Squidward, and Mr. Krabs. And Mr. Krabs is not getting any business. His business is running slow. No one, like, I don't think anybody's come to his restaurant. So Squidward's just reading a Dance Now magazine, and his face pops up on the guy's where the guy's head's supposed to be. So he's like he actually has the guy's body because he was like real muscular. And he's dancing with the girl. SpongeBob's cleaning up little specks that fall on the tables, and Mr. Krab is standing by a salad bar that says free salad bar. So he's standing by a free salad bar, and he doesn't know what will bring in a customer if a free salad bar won't. But it's inside the Krusty Krab, so they're not gonna come if it's inside the Krusty Krab. But then he tells Squidward that there's gonna be some changes around here. So then a customer shows up. Mr. Krabs is all happy because he hasn't seen him in a while. So he has SpongeBob take the order, but the customer just wanted change for the payphone. So then SpongeBob gives him change, and he leaves, and the customer just leaves a penny because he gets change for $1. Then Mr. Krabs is upset. He grabs the penny, puts it we're in his office now. He's putting it in his vault. So then Mr. Krabs says, "We need a gimmick to bring in customers." And SpongeBob has the idea of socks with every purchase. Anyone who brings in a mouthful of clams gets a free treat. But Mr. Krabs wants something more, like something entertaining. So then he says, so since Squidward has the idea of a talent show, but he really just wants this talent show so he can be famous. So and he even gets Mr. Krabs to do it by saying the money, and he even says that her name will be up in lights. So SpongeBob wants to call like the folks, maybe like his parents or something. Then he agrees to the talent show. I think Squid was like the host of the talent show. So SpongeBob wants to know what time he's going on the talent show. So Squidward kind of is like, nah, but he wants to know what talent he actually has. And then he blows a bubble. It's like a whale bubble, and a hat and a cane, and he's dancing with the bubble. And then Squidward's like, no one, not even your parents would want to see that. So then he says that the people want is culture, not dancing bubbles. And then Squidward says the only talent that guy had was in his tennis shoes. So then he cracks himself up. The talent shows up. Pretty much everyone is there. They have camera crew there, news. Everyone's there. SpongeBob's parents show up, meet Mr. Krabs. They find out he likes money. And then Squidward kind of gathers all the contestants together, and he says, "You guys may think this is just shot at the big time. Well, it's not. It's sorry, it's mine." Then SpongeBob has another idea for an act. He does the amazing simple absorbency, and then he absorbs water, and it goes through his legs and his like sponge. Then Squidward says no one's gonna want to see you engorge yourself. So then SpongeBob really wants to be in the show. He'll do anything to be in the show. So then Squidward tells him he can mop up afterwards. And then SpongeBob's all happy. He says, "This is my big time with this mop." So I guess he's gonna make the most of it. So then Squidward comes out. He introduces the talent show. He says this is sponsored by the Krusty Krab, home of the Krabby Patty. And then he says because no one else would give it a home. Then Patrick starts laughing because he's watching too. Then he says the next act will show why nepotism is alive and well. And then Patrick laughs at that. But then we just realized he was just laughing at anything Squidward said, because then he went to say, "Put your hands together for Pearl, the whale." Then he just keeps laughing before Pearl can come out, so then he just has to say Pearl. Pearl's act as a cheerleading, and she does cheers, but all the crowd starts jumping because she's a whale. Mr. Krabs says, "Now that's what I call talent." So I thought that was a good line right there. Then Squidward goes to lower the curtain down. Well, he does. Well, I mean, close the curtain. And then SpongeBob asks if he should use. No, that was a different. SpongeBob asks if he should mop forward and back or side to side. Then he just kind of lets go a little open. SpongeBob goes up somewhere. Then Gary is gonna do poetry. He says meow. And then Sandy says, yeah, he has such a way with words. And then Squidward's like, "Well, you guys," so it's kind of a cheesy line right there. Squidward's like, come on, hurry up, we're not gonna have time for the best act, me. And then SpongeBob asks if he should use Dr. Cleanser or Dr. Clean. And then Squidward just says yes. Then Plankton's act is a magician, and of course you know where this is going. He's gonna make a Krabby Patty disappear before your very eyes. He grabs it from someone. Well, he says it in the audience. He grabs it. He goes to run away with it. Mr. Krabs stops him. And then Plankton goes to swoosh out of here like normal genies do, but it fails. The crowd boos. Mr. Krabs says, "The show is a disaster. You're ruining me." So then Squidward's like, "Wait, give me one more chance. I saved the best for last. You'll see." Then he says, "For your sake, I hope you're right." So then when they were introducing Squidward, the spotlights were going, the balloons were dropping, and then just so Squidward, he dances at like a desert background, then funky. Then one of the fans says, "What the?" And then I think they bleeped out the fuck. Then they go to the free salad bar, they throw tomatoes at Squidward. Mr. Krabs says he's losing money off this deal, so then he puts a sign that says that costs $1. One of them says it's worth every penny. They throw tomatoes at Squidward, and then Squidward's like, "You bottom feeders, you don't even know talent." And they all chant "no talent." Then SpongeBob goes to mop the floor, and then everyone's like, "Oh, this is cool." They didn't think he's so talented at it. So then they leave. So then Squidward thinks that they want an encore, but they don't. They go silent when Squidward's out there. SpongeBob comes out and mop again. They cheer. Then Squidward shows his head, comes out again. They silent. Squidward uses his hands to put SpongeBob out there. They're cheering. Squidward's head's out, silent. SpongeBob's hand, cheering. So pretty much anything that's SpongeBob's body they see. Then Squidward tries to mop the floor like SpongeBob did, but they didn't cheer that either. Then one of the fans throw a tomato at him, and then SpongeBob comes out with the broom, and they just go wild. Then Mr. Krabs says, "You did it, what a great show. I need a new wheelbarrow," because he's in a wheelbarrow full of money that's being pushed by SpongeBob's parents. Then oh, I let you stay out here for my video. Anyways, then it ends with flowers being thrown at SpongeBob. Hi. So that was pretty much it. So that's pretty much it for the episode. So that's pretty much it for the episode. Pretty bad episode. Well, it wasn't bad or anything. It was just kind of a corny episode. Kind of like like it's not the worst episode, but it was just kind of episode that you wouldn't
That was
really...
the worst freaking best ride ever.
What?
Donna kept stopping. She was like, everybody be quiet. I brought my iPod, so Ashley put it on her speaker, and it was so freaking loud. She was like, every single one of you is getting rid up back there. And I was like, whatever. But she didn't even give me a write up. So I was like, you.
Anyways, pretty mediocre episode. Nobody cared for it. I didn't care. I didn't really care much for it because the Gary stuff was kind of awful. Plankton stuff, you knew he was gonna get stopped. Well, one, I've seen the episode, but you just knew he was gonna get stopped even when you didn't see it. And then the Squidward stuff, you knew they were gonna hate it. And then SpongeBob was just gonna get a big cheer.
Will you not aptly upgrade that video?
No.
Don't.
Why?
I swear, my family watches it.
No one's gonna watch it.
Who?
No one will watch it, I promise.
Okay.
But yeah, pretty mediocre episode. That's pretty much it, guys. I'll be back on Wrestling 4244 later on tonight to show to review the wrestling show tonight. That's pretty much it. See you later.